Hi friends, welcome back to the Conscious Counsel Collective. I'm Elizabeth Knowles, fellow attorney and mindfulness coach. Today we are talking about and diving into one of the most liberating yet challenging practices on the mindfulness path, and that is letting go. And no, letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you give up on justice, and it doesn't mean you abandon your standards of excellence. It does mean learning to release the mental grip we have on outcomes and on identities and expectations that keep us trapped in unnecessary suffering, especially in a world like law, where control often feels like survival. Letting go isn't about apathy. It's about reclaiming energy, clarity, and peace, the qualities that make us truly effective. Let's start with a truth every lawyer knows too well. You can prepare a perfect case, cite every precedent, and still lose. Or you can give your best in law school, every brief, every exam, and still feel like it's never enough. That's where letting go comes in. Most of us have been trained to believe that success equals control. Control over our image, our outcomes, even other people's opinions. But the paradox is, the tighter we hold, the more we suffer. Letting go is what happens when you realize, I can give my best effort, but the result isn't mine to own. It's surrendering attachment to how things should be without abandoning what matters most. Letting go is the art of releasing resistance to what we can't control, while staying engaged with the things that we can. It's an active practice, not a passive one. Let's look at a few examples. I coached an attorney who had lost a major case she'd poured her heart into. Her work was meticulous. Her arguments were solid, but the judge's decision didn't go her way. For weeks, she replayed every single moment of that, every cross-examination, every word she could have said differently. I know what that's like too. But that loop of what if was consuming her. It consumed her sleep, her focus, all of her joy. Once she started practicing letting go, not pretending it didn't matter, but acknowledging I can't change the outcome now, but I can choose how I move forward, that's when she found peace again. And by releasing this obsessive replaying in her mind, her clarity started to return. Her next case was her strongest yet. When we let go, we often perform better. Letting go is like unclenching a fist that's been gripping too tightly. You don't lose your strength, you regain your flexibility. In the legal profession, we hold so much. Our clients' pain, our colleagues' expectations, our firm's demands, and the constant internal voice asking, am I doing enough? But the truth is, you can't pour from a clenched fist. In relationships, letting go might mean releasing the need to win every argument, even when you're used to being the most persuasive person in the room. In health, it could mean letting go of the illusion that self-care is indulgent. In your career, it could mean releasing comparison, the obsession with where your peers are or how fast they're advancing. Letting go invites you to trust timing, your own timing and life's timing. It's like in meditation. Thoughts arise and we let them float by instead of grabbing onto each one of them. The same thing applies in law. Thoughts of failure, fear, and inadequacy. We can notice them, breathe, and choose not to hold on. Here's a visual. Imagine carrying a heavy briefcase filled with every past mistake, every unmet goal, every outcome you couldn't control. You've been dragging it into every courtroom, every client meeting, every relationship. Letting go is the moment that you put it down. You don't lose your experience or wisdom. You just stop carrying unnecessary weight. Letting go also asks us to examine identity. Lawyers especially become attached to roles: the advocate, the achiever, the fixer. But who are you without the win-loss record? Without the resume line? Without the robe, the title, or the validation? When you let go of being defined by outcomes and titles, you rediscover that part of you that simply loves to serve, to learn, and to grow. Letting go is also essential for justice work. We fight for fairness in an unfair world, and that's noble. But to sustain that calling, we have to let go of needing to control the system single-handedly. Otherwise, the work burns us out instead of awakening us. So how do you practice letting go in real life, especially when your mind is wired to control? Well, start by noticing where you're holding tension. Is it in your jaw during a tough client call? Is it in your shoulders before an oral argument? Is it in your chest when you're waiting for results? That's where you're gripping life too tightly. Try this. When you feel resistance, say silently to yourself, I'm willing to release my attachment to this outcome. I'll give my best effort, and then I'll trust the process. It's not giving up, it's partnering with reality. In law, we're taught to prepare for every possible contingency. Letting go means preparing thoroughly and then releasing what's beyond your control. It's the practice that allows excellence without exhaustion. All right, friends, let's take a few minutes to simply rest and do a little practice together. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment and gently exhale through your mouth. Let your breath lengthen and soften like a wave returning to shore. Now bring to mind something in your life that feels heavy, something you've been holding really tightly. No need to analyze it, fix it, or even understand it. Just notice the feeling of holding. Where does it live in your body? Your chest, your belly, your shoulders, your throat? Simply notice. Now take another deep breath in and imagine softening around that place. You don't need to let it go yet. Just loosen your grip. Imagine you're standing by a river. You've been holding a small stone that represents this weight. When you're ready, you gently set the stone down beside the flowing water. You watch as the river carries it away naturally, easily, without effort. The sound of the water soothes you. The air is calm and alive around you. You begin to feel lighter, as if space is opening inside you. Now repeat silently and slowly to yourself, I release what no longer serves me. I allow myself to rest. I trust the rhythm of my life. Let the words settle. Feel your breath move through you, steady and kind. For these next few moments, there's nothing to prove, nothing to fix, nothing to perfect, nothing to grip. Only the gentle rising and falling of your breath. You are safe here, you are whole here. And everything you release makes room for something new to grow. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine everything heavy flowing out of you back to the earth where it can be recycled into something new. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. So letting go isn't about loss, it's about liberation. You don't lose your drive or your discernment. You lose your attachment to the illusion of control. When you let go, you free yourself to act with clarity, not compulsion. That's where true power lies. Not in control, but in presence. What's one thing you're ready to release control of this week? Share it in the comments. You never know who might need to hear it too. Next up, we're exploring gratitude, the hidden key to contentment and connection. Until then, keep breathing, keep serving, and let go of anything that doesn't serve you. We'll see you next time. Bye, friends.